This is Terry Kurtz online reporting on Victor Valley, High Desert, and Mojave River Valley events, activities, entertainment, sports, and history. These 4 Apple Valley High School students have made history, one bringing home the school's first gold in medical and health sciences technology, and 3 earning bronze medals in the 2025 Skills USA National Leadership and Skills Conference in Atlanta, Georgia. Emily Martinez, a student in the Medical and Health Sciences Technology Academy, MAST, earned the gold in the Prepared Speech competition, the school's first gold medal in the Skills USA MAST competition. Emily Martinez, a sophomore the past school year, competed against state champions from 43 other states in the Prepared Speech event. She is shown with MAST English teacher and coach Connor Murphy. Emily Martinez's gold, a first by an Apple Valley Medical and Health Sciences Technology Academy student. Another MAST student, Ariella Galvan, won bronze in practical nursing. A junior, Ariella Galvan, is shown with Career Technical Education Coordinator Gretchen Peratt, who is quick to acknowledge Stephanie Arredondo, the advisor who was essential in getting the MAST students into the Nationals. Also bringing home the bronze, Nolan Qualls and Evan Downing. The 2-man team of seniors won bronze medals in the Emergency Medical Technician competition. 2025 is not the first time Apple Valley High School students have brought home gold from the Skills USA Nationals. It is the first time 4 Sun Devils earned medals in the national competition. Skills USA hosts more than 6,000 state champions from across the country each year. We reflect on Apple Valley's Skills USA track record. 3 Apple Valley High School fabrication and welding students compete in Kentucky in the National Skills USA Welding Finals.
I'm Bryce Avance, and this is the Skills USA fabrication contest.
Of course. My name is Ryan Meindl.
And how do you spell your last name, Ryan?
Meindl.
Ryan, what's your role on this team?
I'm the captain, and then the stick welder or arc welding.
What's your name?
Jaden Roop.
How do you spell your last name? Is it Jayde?
Yes, sir.
And last name, how do you spell it?
Roupe.
Okay.
I'm oxy welding, or MIG welding, and some flux core welding. So kind of an all-around everything I do.
Yeah.
I'm the TIG welder.
What is it?
The TIG welder.
What is a TIG welder?
It's a different process of welding. The consumable electrode melts the metal, and you dip a filler rod into it to make the weld and to fuse the 2 pieces of metal together.
MIG welding, so you have a gun with the trigger, and it's the wires fed through the gun, the copper wire. And then I do flux core welding. It's the same thing as stick welding, just same thing as MIG, just with a flux coating on the outside of that wire.
It's GMAW, and it's a type of process that we use, which we have a stinger and an electrode that has a continuous burn.
We're high school fabrication, so they give us a design set plans of what they want us to build for nationals. Usually they give us material, what we want to build. This one they give us what we need to build, what materials we're using, and how we're going to build it, and how much time, which is 6.5 hours.
So with the teamwork process, we all have to take our own, carry our own weight, if it makes sense. Where one person's cutting, one person's welding, one person's grinding or sanding. We got to make it work and flow like a river. You can't have any obstructions. And with these practices, it helps build as a team and prepares us for our competition in Kentucky.
So this is a rocket stove. So what it does is right here you have your wood feeder, and it feeds it down into here in the bottom here, and it creates your smoke or flame or whatever you want to use, and then it builds up into here. You put your meat on top and you barbecue up here. This latch folds open here. Then you have a little slide here where the ash falls out. Clean it all out, push it back in, and on the back you have you can call it a potato warmer. You feed your potatoes with aluminum foil and slide them in here at the top, and then take them out at the bottom. That way they're warm, nice.
we are practicing. So we build 2 of them, here's one, and we're building in the middle of building another one. And when we get there to Kentucky, we have to build a whole another one in 6.5 hours.
It's more mentally challenging knowing the time, working with all these materials and hoping to get everything cut right and under the time constraint. But with these practices, it helps a lot to build that confidence up and prepare us for this weekend.
Right. So, what's the toughest part of it? Is it the time pressure, or just the craftsmanship?
Almost everything. We have to cut everything and make sure everything fits nice, and we run into problems and we run into things that work well.
It's real challenging. If there's hiccups, you're gonna have to fix those hiccups. That takes time. We don't have much time, of course, so everything has to process just right and cut just right and everything.
What classes have you taken at Apple Valley High School in welding and fabrication?
Actually a lot physics. Physics helped me out a lot with this. And then I've been a welding student for 4 years, so we took the SolidWorks class where you do all your computer design. Then you do your intermediate and go through all your welds, stick welding, TIG welding, MIG welding, oxygen acetylene welding. And then you go to the advanced class, and that's when you make your own projects. So learning and figuring it out on yourself and having Penfold teach us and help us out kind of prepares us for everything. But learning the math between normal math and physics and trying to get everything put together is what really helps me.
That's great. That's very, very good. Thank you for these comments.
Thank you.
Flying out Sunday morning.
Yeah.
To right now rainy.
Yeah, rainy, humid Kentucky.
So good luck. Look forward to hearing the results.
Thank you.
Apple Valley High School Computer and Media Pathway. Students prepare for Skills USA opening round competition. Skills USA is a national program involving students who are preparing for careers in trade, technical, and skilled service occupations. Apple Valley sends 133 students to Skills USA competition this year for Sun Devils junior Sammy Solis, her 3rd year competing in Skills USA.
So Career Pathway Showcase is a competition showcasing whatever CTE program you're in and how it can prepare you for career readiness. So basically we are doing, because we are in an informational technology program, so we are showcasing how camp has affected our community, and we're basing our project off of the way we share technology with schools in our area. So we're going to middle schools in the district, and we're showing them certain skills that they might need or certain skills they're working on to kind of advance their program or whatever they're doing.
For the past 3 years, we've done this competition, which is CPS, where we're showcasing our academy and the community service project that we have to help the younger schools with their to get them ready to come into camp. And then last year, we attempted to do promotional bulletin board, which came out good, which is the bulletin board right there, which was showcasing skills. And we had to make a board to hold up in the office, so that way people who would walk into the office, they would be informed as to what skills was, and if they were interested, they would come into the meetings that we would have throughout the years.
4 Sun Devils freshmen comprise the entrepreneurship team. They will compete against teams with students from all grade levels.
So entrepreneurship for Skills USA is really just a visual and kind of verbal presentation on the market and the kind of company we build on our own.
I'm the Chief Financial Officer, so I take care of all the finances and figure out what we need to do to make our app actually run.
My name is Thais Ali, and I'm going to make the application.
I am in charge of getting our ads out there and publicity mostly.
Our app right now is kind of a errand-based system to where you can post your errands that you need done, and you put it on a kind of message board for other people around the world to see.
This week I'm talking to an accountant to help me figure out how the numbers are going to work and what I need to hire a coder and figure out our future financial.
Okay.
So I have to figure out how much it'll cost for each ad, and then I'll transfer that to our CFO.
My favorite part is coding the app and figuring out how we're going to make it and showing our judges that we know how to make the app for it.
Honestly, I'd say advertising. I think advertising is probably my favorite so far. Getting everything out there, figuring out how it actually gets out there.
My favorite part would probably be like the flexibility that we get to have with our like imagination, I guess, like how we get to create it by ourselves.
Typical for photographers, they enjoy capturing on camera images of others not being on camera themselves.
My main role in camp as a whole is photography. I'm pretty high up there, I would say, with editing. I'm not going to brag too much, but I am fairly good at editing photos.
Caitlin, what's your role here as a photographer? What do you do?
I just
take pictures?
Yeah, mainly I just take pictures of our surroundings. Like we go out during class and take pictures of the school and edit them so that we can put it as our Chromebook backgrounds.
About photography, I enjoy just capturing the beautiful moments. Just like what I do, I randomly take pictures of things that bring interest into me, and then I make it into something more when I edit it.
I take pictures. I love editing pictures. That's my favorite part of taking pictures.
All right. And what grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
How does this all tie into Skills USA? When you get into the competition, what you submit, it can be of anything?
Yeah.
Does it have to be school related or no?
No. Oh. Well, when we get there, we take pictures of the school, but we take 2 pictures with us that don't have to do with anything.
Wow, so you're judged in part on spontaneous of what you do that day. Oh, what has this whole camp program done for you at Apple Valley High School?
It's given me the opportunity to Pariah has given us all these equipment that we're allowed to use, and so we can be creative. We can make the certain videos that we want, or any creative process we can make. And so the one thing I love about camp is just there's no right or wrong thing if you make a video. It's just like if you make a video and you personally like it, everyone's going to enjoy it and find something in it that they like. And so it's just everyone's always accepting, and then, so that's always a good thing in a program like this. And then it's just we learn a lot through each other. It's almost like a family, so that's the biggest part too.
Let's go back to 2015.
The Apple Valley High School Precision Machining and Design program prepares students for careers in engineering, design, and machining. Students gain hands-on experience on cutting-edge machinery, literally and figuratively. These students are working on the CNC lathe.
I'm actually from AP Physics, and right now we're working on a project. So what we have to do is we have to make a boat. And so I can use the machines we have here, like the CNC lathe and the manual lathe, to help me build my boat and, to cut out the parts and things like that. Basically, our test is to use the blueprints and to create this. And so what I'm doing right now is I put some bluing ink on here, and I use a little scribe to help mark off my points. So that would be these points right here. And I'm trying to zero out my axes, which are those over there. And so I just want to make sure that they're zeroed off, so when I go in and make my cuts, I have the right measurements. According to the blueprint, it says we have to go 0.75 across each of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler, and I'm going to start, and this is what I did on this. So what I did was I took this, and I basically measured out 0.75 on each. So you can see this is exactly 0.75. So I did the same thing on my workpiece. And I took it and I measured it out. And I put little scribes, so that way I made sure I had my correct measurements. I was like, oh shoot, it's getting loose. That's what that was.
The CNC lathe is just one part of the program students experience as they become college and career ready. The program is a joint investment of the Apple Valley Unified School District, the San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors, and business partners.
Apple Valley High School senior Itzel Gonzalez has been crowned California's Miss Amazing Teen Queen 2019. This pageant is the largest in the nation, dedicated to celebrating and empowering girls and women with disabilities. We met Itzel Gonzalez when she was competing in Skills USA baking competition.
Hi, my name is Itzel Gonzalez. Occupational skills
Itzel Gonzalez is among the 55 Apple Valley High School students advancing to state in Skills USA competition. She is in the Action Skills category. In her leadership presentation, Itzel Gonzalez tells she has Down syndrome.
I have Down syndrome. I'm working really hard.
She has a part-time job.
I work at a restaurant. I work Mama Capino.
And reveals her future plans to attend college and eventually
every time
open her own bakery.
I want to go to college, open my own bakery.
Competing in Skills USA is just one ingredient in this outstanding student's recipe for preparing for her future.
I'm working really hard.
Congratulations to California Miss Amazing Teen Queen Itzel Gonzalez, and best of luck in the national pageant in Chicago in August.
Competition in Skills USA underway this day at Granite Hills High School in Apple Valley. High school and now middle school teams compete. Winners in this regional leadership event advance to the state Skills USA competition.
We've got 46 different schools represented here today for about 300 students. They're competing in things like job interview and promotional bulletin board, chapter display, lots of different contests that are showing off their leadership skills that they've been working on all throughout their high school careers.
Well, we have to promote Skills USA in general. We have to provide occupational information, as in universities you could apply to that you can use Skills USA skills in a way.
It involves just a lot of hard work, and we're actually competing in chapter display. So we have to display how our chapter is helping us be successful in the workforce.
In the presentation, I more sit off to the side, but during working on the project, I'm more hands-on. So that's why we are all good together, because we all do our different parts.
What do you enjoy most about the Skills USA competition?
Just the fun that it brings and the teamwork, because me and my team have become close because of it.
Teams of 5 go head-to-head in the highly spirited Quiz Bowl.
Well, there's several questions that they ask, and kind of like Jeopardy.
Quiz Bowl is a mix of questions. There's no really way to prep for it. It's just like a mix of everything.
What kind of questions are they?
Combination is current events, the Skills USA handbook. There's a lot of medical questions and a little bit of math, history.
Skills USA standards, social studies, politics, science, math, but they're rather simple questions.
Name the capital city of Cuba. Name Havana. Correct.
Apple Valley Unified School District high schools have been very successful in Skills USA competition.
Apple Valley High School does a fantastic job every year in Skills USA at the regional, state, and national level. We have many students that advance from a regional level that we're at today to the state level to represent their school and their district as the top in their area. There are 6 regions in California. They compete at the state level, and if they win there, they get to move on to the national level where they represent the entire state of California to the nation, which is a fantastic honor. Every year, Apple Valley High School has around 10 students or so that get that honor to go represent at that level. Last year, we had students in webpage design and digital cinema and promotional bulletin board going to represent all of California, and they did very well. Digital cinema and webpage design both got 6th in the nation.
What's the secret? Why is Apple Valley High School so successful in Skills USA competition?
I have to say it's definitely because of the comprehensive nature of our school. So we have a vast offering of career technical education courses. The things that students are able to find and love at our school is so many more than you tend to see at schools nowadays. We do more than just the academic curriculum. We have the honors programs, we have all those. We also have auto shop and welding and culinary arts and a vast computer program. So with all of those offerings, a student can find a place that they want to be in, that they can connect to, and use that to succeed and find something they're passionate about, and we show that in our competitions and how well we do.
Apple Valley High School junior Dominic Schlosser won the silver medal for Computer Numerical Control Turning Specialist at the 2022 Skills USA National Leadership and Skills Competition in Georgia. His plans for his upcoming senior year include training students and reinvigorating the Apple Valley Engineering Extension program that uses 21st century tools such as 3D printers, CNC machines, laser cutters, and other advanced manufacturing technology. Vanguard's Millennium Falcons prepare to advance in LEGO robotics competition in 2018. The Vanguard Preparatory School Millennium Falcons robotics team advances to the LEGO First Championship Tournament at Legoland. Vanguard's team won the Project Presentation Award and captured 5th place overall in the regional qualifying tournament.
Well, last year we had a way better robot design because last year it was simple and no stuff. Of course, it was a little wobbly sometimes, and of course this year we actually have a way better base and support and all that.
Teams have 3 rounds performing the same mission, a mission of their choosing.
We just had our second round, and so in the rounds we have to get our robot prepared, and we of course have to do the missions that come in the mat, and we did about like 5 missions. Right after like the first run, we take off certain attachments because we have like certain different attachments. And so we just switch the attachments so we can do other missions.
What's the hardest part about the whole competition? Is there anything that's most challenging?
Honestly, it would be the stress. The stress, honestly, like, is the robot gonna work, or like, are we doing good, you know? Yeah, it's the stress for me.
Mariana's has 4 teams competing with students as young as 3rd graders participating.
There's 3 parts. Well, there's kind of 4 parts. There's the robot, and then the robot design, and there's core values, which is teamwork, and then there's a project.
For Miley Shepard, this is her 5th season competing.
My team is Orbit Explorers, and we have a LEGO robotics competition, and I'm on the robot, so I do the robot.
Barstow's STEM Punks team wins the Robot Performance Award and Core Values Award. 5 teams qualify for the championship tournament to be held at Legoland in December. The City of Victorville's first ever permanent animal care and adoption center is expanding, and in the process it is assuring everyone the facility will not euthanize animals. According to the code enforcement official, the adoption center does not have the ability to turn away pets. The city has to process all animals, unlike private rescues. The new shelter will only euthanize if an animal is critically injured and suffering. The Animal Care Center opened in December at the site of the former Goodwill High School campus in Old Town Victorville. The 15,000-square-foot facility houses and cares for animals, serves community members, provides pet adoption services, and hosts education fairs and vaccine, microchip, and licensing events. The city is actively expanding from 35 kennels to roughly 135 canine kennels and 20 feline kennels. In addition, 2 larger metal buildings are under construction that will hold 100 to 106 more kennels each. Your help is being sought to clear our San Bernardino County shelters by adopting, not shopping. If you are looking for a new 4-legged friend, the First District is home to several animal shelters with dogs and cats in need of loving homes. Local shelters include the Hesperia Animal Shelter on Santa Fe Avenue and the Apple Valley Animal Shelter on Powhatan Road. For more information, please call 760-240-7555. Nowadays, most people know general guidelines when it comes to service dog etiquette. Refraining from petting a service dog while they are working is an important rule, along with knowing that legitimate service dogs are allowed to accompany their owners nearly everywhere. However, one topic that's rarely discussed is the very real possibility that one of these animals may approach you without their owner. Knowing what this means and how to respond appropriately may mean the difference between life and death for a service dog handler. Service dogs are specifically trained to assist people with disabilities, including visual impairments, hearing impairments, mobility impairments, and mental disorders such as post-traumatic stress disorder. Besides assisting the owners with daily activities or alerting them to an impending medical crisis, a service dog fulfills another vital role: to seek assistance from an adult if their handler experiences a fall or medical emergency. Know the signs. A service dog that is seeking assistance from a stranger may use their nose to nudge your arm, leg, or hand. As tempting as it may be to give a quick scratch behind the ears and be on your way, stop and think. Cue the dog to help you locate their owner by asking what or where, or simply begin following the dog. If you ever see a service dog wandering without their owner, stop what you're doing and follow them. Situations that may cause a service dog to abandon their handler in search of help include a fall, like out of a wheelchair or otherwise, a seizure, a diabetic episode, an injury, or other medical emergency. The Bureau of Land Management has awarded 2 grants totaling almost $5 million to accelerate the training and placement of excess wild horses and burros into private care. These grants are part of the BLM's efforts to encourage more adopters to give a wild horse or burro a good home. The Adoption Incentive Program provides up to $1,000 to adopt an untrained wild horse or burro from the BLM. The goal of the program is to reduce BLM's recurring costs to care for unadopted and untrained wild horses and burros, while helping to enable the BLM to confront a growing overpopulation of wild horses and burros on fragile public rangelands. Thanks to its Adoption Incentive Program and the online corral, the BLM has doubled the rate of private care placement over the last 5 years. The Victor Valley Community Services Council is offering free homemaker services, transportation, and activities for seniors ages 60 and older with mobility challenges. Residents can join the group in its monthly shopping trips where they pick you up, take you home, and assist with lifting and carrying items. For more information or to reserve your seat on the bus, call 760-243-9646. The Victor Valley Community Services Council is offering free mobility devices. Do you know a senior in need of a mobility device? The Victor Valley Community Services Council provides free wheelchairs, walkers, bedside commodes, canes, and more to those who qualify. The agency recently received a generous donation of wheelchairs from High Desert Second Chance. For more information, please call 760-243-9646. Terry Kurtz Online was brought to you by Bid Fast and Last. Bid Fast and Last, world-class auctioneers. Bid online at bidfastandlast.com.
Ready to kick tires, start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
The Bradco Companies, Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies. Bradco, leading efforts to improve the quality of life and standard of living for all residents throughout our high desert region. Valu Quality Truck Bodies, family owned and operated since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery designs. We Got 'em Tees, 2 locations, Apple Valley and Upland. Oh yeah, We Got 'em Tees.
Serious legal problems? Don't go it alone. The other guys have attorneys just waiting to blow you away. Contact Iwanzak. Iwanzak, law firm, trial lawyers for serious problems.
Down Home Grill, 760-241-4663 for delivery, drive-through, pickup, or to order ahead for dine-in. 12120 Ridgecrest Road, corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road in Victorville. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville, Conference and Convention Center for the High Desert, and favored destination for travelers and visitors to the Victor Valley. That's a wrap on this edition of Terry Kurtz Online. On behalf of Victor Valley Television Productions, thank you for watching. We hope to see you again next time around.